Yes.
Good caramel note on that.
Yeah, a little bit of vanilla or
No. Cream. Oh, you're right. Vanilla. Sugar.
that's a 10.
Welcome back to Unshackled Pod. Charles, Super Bowl week.
I'm excited, okay? We got our team. I'm sad though. Because it's Super Bowl week. Like,
It's the last week of football. You know how weird it felt last Sunday when there was no football at all?
it was terrible. It was so bad. But we gotta be positive. We gotta enjoy what we got. We got a great matchup. Okay.
Go out with a bang.
Caught with a bang. I hope it's a damn good game. All right. So today we got a good one, dude. As always. I mean, it's the last of the NFL year. Well, I guess we'll do an end of the season, maybe one, but yeah, man, we'll start with the NFL honors, our personal ones, our future Premier League team, our as a team,
Funny how that works.
and a Super Bowl preview. So yeah, first though, as always, positives, negatives. Zach, you pick which one you want to do.
Well, this week they kind of go hand in hand.
Okay.
My negative, without a doubt, over this past week is moving. Packing, moving it, all of it together. It's just a pain in the ass. But my positive is my new apartment is definitely quite the upgrade, and I am very happy with it.
It's a damn good upgrade, dude. It was...
No more Batman blanket behind me. I'll have to get something on these walls, but...
Well, it looks good right now. It really brings out your white. My positive, buddy.
Yeah, that dark ain't helping you, pal.
My positive was your negative, I guess. But my positive was helping you move, dude. It was just really fun. I was just happy to see you get into your new place. Did you do positive or negative first? You did both.
I did both.
Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, dude, I was just happy seeing you guys get into your new place, man. You guys deserve it. And plus, you're closer to me now, which is cool. But yeah, very happy. Happy for you guys. Good old positive. It was a good time. Honestly, moving you guys, I know like you probably had it a lot worse than obviously we did. Dude, that was a breeze compared to like the moving I've had to do the last few years. So that was
trying to have
bad.
everything set up so it'd be as easy as possible.
Yeah, that was a good move. The boxes, everything, you guys cleaned it out well. Very efficient. My negative though. I don't know what the hell this girl's name is. Did you catch her name?
I feel like I did see it somewhere, but I can't remember.
If you find it, let me know. But the Bobby, the white girl who does the interviews, everybody knows her. She's super popular now. Interviewed this. Is she a rapper? She's not a musician apparently. So if you watch this video, I'm gonna tag it into this video so you could see. She's a musician that doesn't, or she's a music maker that's not a musician. Long story short, I'll throw it in here so you can see it, but sometimes people just don't deserve what they have. Maybe they do, but I just don't understand how you don't know what's her name? Suki. She doesn't know what a musician is, and she's a professional musician. Like she's a singer, she's an artist.
She's not a musician.
She makes music, but she's not a musician.
I don't do any of that magic shit.
It's just the most fucking ridiculous. I just never thought I would ever see. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever like seen and heard. And she completely is like oblivious. She has no clue. So it's just it's really tough. It's tough to watch. It's a good watch. I'll throw it in so you guys can definitely check it out if you haven't seen it. It's just a quick little laugh, maybe make yourself feel a little bit better, maybe. But
that you're a musician. But that's why I'm interviewing you today, so I can get to know you.
So I'm a musician. What the fuck that mean? Make magic or something? What is musician?
I think you're confusing that.
Yeah, I'm not no musician. I make music. I make music. And that's not all I do. I make music, I act. I'm a TV star too, a young mogul.
Just really quick, I think you're confusing.
I'm not confusing nothing because you don't know. You thought that all I was a magician or whatever the fuck you said.
See, that's what I think you think I said.
No,
I said musician, not magician.
I don't think, baby. I don't think. What is that? That's ghetto. I don't think. I know.
So you
think.
I didn't say magician, Suki. I said musician. And I think you are a musician.
No, baby, I do music.
So you just really quick for the record, could you say you don't think you're a musician?
I'm not none of that.
But then after that, you just said I do music.
Yeah, I do music.
So in other words, you're a musician.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Man, that's my negative, dude. People are just they're great. People are
Your
great.
negative is the American education system.
the American education system. That's a good negative, honestly. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. So, dude, NFL honors. You want to jump into it?
Yeah, these are more so of our personal NFL honors because I feel like you can kind of predict who's going to win the actual NFL honors. I think that gets quite obvious as it becomes the year end.
Yeah.
But hopefully, I mean, some of these are going to be very biased for me, but I don't know how it is for you. But
okay.
We'll start off with our rookies, and let's start off with the Offensive Rookie of the Year. You want to go ahead and go first?
I mean, I think you know who I'm going for, buddy. All right, it's my main man, my Rookie of the Year personally, but also a guy who definitely deserves to be Offensive Rookie of the Year. He won't get it, unfortunately, probably, but Puka Nacua, baby. My boy, much mana. He's the man. This guy carried me in fantasy, but also he was just so fun to watch. It's really unfortunate that he's not a quarterback because CJ Stroud will probably get it, but man, Puka was so good. He was such a fun rookie to watch. My Offensive Rookie of the Year. What do you got?
Mine is the guy that's actually probably going to win it, which is CJ Stroud. And the only reason he's also personally my pick to win Offensive Rookie of the Year is because he proved me wrong. I thought the Texans were going to be terrible to start the season. And I mean, they won a playoff game, so.
Dude, the odds wasn't.
They have done nothing but earn respect from me.
Yeah.
The whole Texans organization. So very well done. And I mean, CJ Stroud deserves it more than anyone.
Oh, look, I can't argue. Like, if it's really unfortunate that Puka had this good of a year and CJ had this good of a year, because Stroud as a quarterback coming in like that as a rookie and just looking that incredible. Yeah, I mean, he does certainly deserve it. But the funny thing about the Texans is I'm pretty sure they were the lowest odds to make it to the Super Bowl to start the year. It was them or the Cardinals, right? I mean, we're talking plus like 25,000. Like it was a stupid 20,000 or something like that. They made it to the playoffs and won a game, so deserved. I agree. Puka made it to the playoffs too, but that's cool. Whatever. Defensive, dude. I did not. Not because of him. He popped off. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Zach. Who do you got?
I'm going back to the same team. These guys shut me up all year, but Defensive Rookie of the Year, Will Anderson. I mean, that guy has been a stud all year. I mean, he went up high in the draft as well, right after the guy that I think is going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. But he proved why he got drafted that high. I mean, I think he had like 21 solo tackles or 22 or something like that, but I do know for a fact he had 7 sacks. Yeah. And that kind of production, especially when he didn't even start to begin the season, is insane.
For him too, he's also my Defensive Rookie of the Year. Just I firmly agree. I think it's gonna go to probably Jalen Carter, which whatever. He had like a good start to the season. Future Hall of Famer Jalen. I should have said that before I said his name. Will Anderson I think the tape shows how good he was. Like his stats are pretty good for a rookie. He does have good stats, but I think when you watch the guy play and you watched what he did on the field, especially even like in the playoffs. I mean, he was electric in the playoffs, and he was hurt. I mean, he was hurt. He was playing hurt most of the season. He didn't start the beginning of the season. I mean, Texans are going to do what the Jets did last year. My prediction would be, should be, is get the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Year. They both deserve it. Yeah, man, Will Anderson was a beast. He flew under the radar all year, too. It feels like no one talked about him until the playoffs when they finally got to – maybe they just didn't see him. I don't know, but –
that whole defensive line on the Texans really got underlooked all the year.
Yeah.
They have some absolute studs there.
Yeah, man. And damn good team.
Could be getting better next year.
Yeah. Still don't know how they were the second oldest team in the playoffs, though. I mean, it makes no sense. Anyways.
Let's take a jump real quick just to keep my train going. We're going to jump to Coach of the Year.
Yeah? Oh, who you got, Zach?
My Coach of the Year is D'Amico Ryans. I mean, first year, ex-player, coming with 2 rookie draft picks high in the draft and just setting a culture right away and being able to win a playoff game like that. I mean, they have nothing but a bright future ahead of them. It's just to seeing what they actually do with it now.
I hate to to say the same thing, but my coach of the year is also D'Amico. Yeah. I think MCDC definitely has an argument here. But like his team, I know they ended the season pretty decent last year. Like D'Amico, I don't think anybody expected the Texans. I think their over-under was like 3 or 4 games. And to build a culture that quick, to have all these young stars play to the potential that they should be playing, and to just like look like a good coach and make good decisions all year and look like a leader. I mean, he was just a fun guy to watch. Looked like he really cared. I mean, yeah, the future is super bright for this team. I agree, man. D'Amico was perfect for a rookie coach. He was a rookie coach. I mean, it's unbelievable how good they did. And hats off to him, man. That's Texas's new team.
Okay. I believe the actual favorite for coach of the year is actually Stefanski.
Oh,
all the injuries and stuff.
Yeah, I could see that too. That's deserved. I'm not going to argue if he gets it. That certainly was. I mean, Flacco, MVP Flacco, whatever.
All right. Well, let's jump to the players that have been in the league for more than 1 year. Let's go to offensive and defensive player of the year. Starting with the offensive player of the year, who you got?
I have Tyreek.
Interesting. I thought. Oh, I see what's happening.
You know what I'm doing. I have Tyreek. Look, it was just a crazy season. I know he didn't hit the 2K, but shit, I want to change who I said now because I just thought of something. I have CeeDee Lamb as my offensive player of the year. I'm changing it. I'm changing it to CD. See, Tyreek had it for 95% of the year, in my opinion, because the other guy that probably will have it has a different award, in my opinion. But CD, the last 10 games plus, was the best player I think I have seen. I mean, he was Calvin Johnson, like Randy Moss. I mean, he was so unguardable, and caught everything. Playoffs, was a little bit of a weird one. But up until then, I mean, he was an absolute game changer, the best player on the field. Seriously, an MVP. I mean, the way he was playing. But look, I'll give it to offensive player of the year. Tyreek had it for most of the year, but then CD, man, I don't know why it slipped my mind last second. He deserves it.
I have the same thing. I have CeeDee Lamb as offensive player of the year. I mean, he pretty much led all wide receiver categories you can lead except for receiving yards. I mean, he had more scrimmage yards even so. CD was an absolute animal, and everyone was sleeping on him after the first 3 games of the year.
What did they say about him, Zach?
Well, there was one person that said he's not a wide receiver one, but then he had to show him why he's no longer a cornerback. So, CD is an absolute animal, and he's going to continue it. I mean, I have no doubt he's going to be just as crazy next year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. Certainly feels like he should be in that top 3 fantasy draft pick if you're picking up there, just for pure fantasy value too, because he was just unbelievable. But he also made Dak look so. I mean, him and Dak played so great together. There's another argument,
if not the best duo in the league this year.
I would say the best from a duo perspective, the best in the league. I mean, who do you have above? Would there be anybody above? See, like
yeah, it's hard.
I think it's them. I mean, it was incredible what they did this year, and they just looked so in sync the entire year. It was awesome to watch. It really changed. I mean, I think that's why everybody thought that the Cowboys were going to be super, super dangerous this year. Is the way they played was just so electric. It just made the offense look so incredible. So yeah, CD, man, well deserved.
Moving on to defensive player of the year. This one was hard for me.
Same.
I mean, I love Micah. I don't think this year is his year, but I have no doubt that he's gonna have his year. He's probably gonna have more than one of his year.
Yo, absolutely.
I mean, freaking Myles Garrett was an absolute animal. Kind of slowed down the back half of the season, but I mean, he was the most dominant single force on the team. Max Crosby had the best year of his career. I mean, that guy has a nonstop motor and all the skills to do whatever he needs to do. Mm-hmm. But I have to give my award to an absolute record breaker. We never see this record broken again. I'm giving the Defensive Player of the Year to Deron Bland.
Ooh. I'm so happy you said that.
This is where I was like, this might be biased, but like...
It shouldn't be.
I was so happy when he got that last one to make the record his own and have the record solo by himself.
I mean, we were talking a few years ago when Trayvon Diggs had, what was it like, how many interceptions did he have, Zach? It was a crazy number, like 8 or 9 or... It was a crazy number of interceptions.
The final number.
And he was getting brought up for Defensive Player of the Year like a lot. And Deron Bland breaks the record for pick sixes, and it feels like no one's talking about him for Defensive Player of the Year. For a brief 2 weeks, he was like the name for Defensive Player of the Year, and then he just disappeared. So, hey, well-deserved. I think he should. I agree with you, man. I really do. I went with someone who is just consistently a monster every year, and he rarely ever plays the full year. And what he does in the time that he's on the field is just incredible. Now, I will say, Max Crosby, his stats might not show just how amazing that player is, but when you just watch him on the field, he is the craziest, like probably the most fun defensive player to watch. Maybe outside of Micah for you, but damn good player to watch and just fun, just never-ending motor. Mine's going to go to TJ Watt, though. I mean, he's just so dominant inside and out. It feels like it kind of feels like with TJ Watt, people are getting bored with how good he is.
I think the biggest knock on TJ Watt is how many unblocked sacks he gets.
Unblocked sacks, okay.
I like when a defensive lineman just doesn't do his job and he just has a free pass to the quarterback. That's what people online say. I love TJ. You already know that.
But like, my thing is, why should that be a fault on him? You know what I mean? And I know you agree. But like, from a standpoint of just the stats and the way he produces on the field, it's not like that's the only. He's amazing. The dude he had a pick six. He had a fumble recovery for a touchdown. I mean, like, he's amazing. The guy is just incredible all around. But yeah, from a sack standpoint, that's where he kind of specializes and he shows how good he is. If he's getting unblocked to the passer, like, that's not his fault. He's just getting and winning and he's getting the sack. I mean,
the stat is the stat.
Yeah. I mean, we shouldn't be so high on sacks and then get mad at a guy for getting sacks that are what some would say freebies. Like, and he's getting the sacks. That's my Defensive Player of the Year. I agree with you. Deron Bland should be it. That would be my favorite pick for Defensive Player of the Year. I don't know. Who do you think will actually... This is like kind of a tough one. I don't know
if he's
actually
Myles
going to
Garrett
get it. You think it will be Myles?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair. I mean, he had a great season too. He did drop off, but he had a great season.
All right. The last award, the most important award. Charles, who's your NFL MVP?
Well, when I picked my Offensive Player of the Year and then changed that Offensive Player of the Year briefly after, is because this was in mind. And my MVP this season is Christian McCaffrey. I don't think it could be said enough for how damn good he is and how important he is to that team. And not only that, but like, he has every statistical category to back it up. I think he's got the most touchdowns by like 3 or 4 now. 3 or 4 of this season. I mean, the guy is his team. If they run through him, the 49ers, like, they are better. They're a way worse team if you take him out of the lineup than if you took Brock Purdy out of the lineup. This is not a dish or a Dak, what the fuck I want to say, on Brock Purdy, but like, he is the most important player on that team. I know it's going to go to a quarterback and it's frustrating, but Christian McCaffrey, like, if there's a running back who deserved it, it's this year with Christian McCaffrey. I mean, really, you could say Derrick Henry a few years ago too, but I don't know, man. It's frustrating. I think we probably won't see it anytime soon. I think it's going to go to a quarterback, and I just don't think there was a lot of quarterbacks, maybe outside of Dak, who deserved it this year. But, you know, I digress. Yeah, mine was CMC. Who's your MVP, Zach?
Well, you're talking about how CMC really deserves it because he was that team's offense. But there's another player who was their team's offense, and the offense doesn't function how it did without him. And I'd be an absolute idiot not to take a final victory lap before he does get the award. But the Ravens are not the Ravens if not for Lamar Jackson. Now, playoff, that game went how it went, but this is a regular season award.
Yeah.
and he was absolutely electric all season. He dominated good teams. He was the Ravens offense. He made plays when he needed to make them, whether it be through the air or on his feet. And it is a quarterback award. I think he does. If anyone deserves it in the quarterback role, it's him or Dak, and it's going to go to Lamar. Yeah. So I'll be excited to see him holding that trophy tomorrow night. Hey,
I'll be excited for you, honestly. Huge bet,
ready
start
to cash
the year.
In that ticket.
Yeah, that was great, man. You deserve it. You called it. Yeah, I think the thing that throws me off a little bit with this, and maybe it's just because I'm getting a little too stat heavy with it. You look at Lamar's stats, and don't get me wrong, like they're great stats, but from previous MVPs and stuff, it's just not as incredible. I mean, even from his MVP in 2018. But I mean, like really, if you look at how he plays, if you watch the games and you see the difference he is, yeah, I agree. I mean, he is the MVP. It really should have been between him, Dak, or CMC, and no one else is even close, in my opinion. I don't know how people
agree with that 100%.
Are saying other people like Josh Allen had a great season statistically, but he is just too inconsistent. And I don't know, man. The team looked so much more dominant with Lamar. They beat every good team in the league. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to argue. So I'm not gonna knock you on that at all, man. Lamar's an absolute dog. I love Lamar too. I'm very happy for him. I hope he does get it. But I just think, man, it'd be nice to see this quarterback award not be a quarterback award for a year and see if anybody would have deserved it.
I honestly don't think that's gonna happen unless a wide receiver hits 2,000 yards.
Do you think they'll eventually just say F it and make like a quarterback of the year?
I do think so, yeah.
I think they're gonna
I hope so.
Like, you're going to have to.
Yeah.
Because you could have an MVP and be the quarterback of the year. Like,
I think they'll just get rid of the I guess they can't really just get rid of the MVP.
Yeah.
But I think they'll have an offensive, defensive, and just quarterback.
Man, I'll be curious. Or they'll name it something interesting. I don't know. They'll have to do something interesting for it. But, yeah, because you're never going to see an offensive player of the year. Maybe it does happen, but like it probably won't happen much anymore.
Yeah, they're just gonna call it the Tom Brady Award.
Oh, see, that would work. Seriously, like it would work. Imagine like Mahomes getting the Tom Brady.
Couldn't beat him, man. So I'm glad I was able to get him.
Oh man, that would be pretty good. That's a good point. That definitely could be the name of it. The Tom Brady Quarterback Award or something, or Peyton Manning Quarterback Award. Someone who won it. I think Peyton Manning has the most, right? He had 5 or 4 or 5. Peyton Manning. It's probably gonna be Tom Brady. He's the GOAT. Come on, Tom Brady Quarterback Award, and then MVP. How are you gonna differentiate that shit? I don't fucking know. It's just gonna be another problem. But yeah, that'd be sweet.
I do have 3 special awards to give out.
Oh, dude, let me hear him.
I have the best touchdown celebration in the year. That award is going to Zay Flowers for his penalty kick and Ronaldo celebration.
That's pretty banger.
There was a lot of good celebrations that I was trying to decide through, but I had to give it to my guy. Funniest moment of the season award. That is going to go to Broderick Jones for not letting Myles Garrett hold the Steelers helmet.
Yeah. That was pretty good, dude. Oh, man.
And then my personal most prestigious award that I can hand out, being the person I am, the Backup Quarterback of the Year award goes to none other than Sling the Ball Jake Browning. Yeah. Thank you, Jake.
Yeah, fuck you, Jake. You really fucked me here, man. My arm's going to be dead, but... Yeah, he was a hell of a quarterback. He was a hell of a backup this year. God damn it. He's saved. Moving on. Moving on.
Charles, did your shirt come in yet?
I did order it. I'm still waiting. It was supposed to be in 2 days ago. I bet it was supposed to be in 2 days ago. It better be here soon.
I told you there's repercussions if you're not wearing that shirt.
What am I supposed to do if I ordered it? It's not. All right. No, it's going to get here. It's going to get here. We're good. I'm not worried. All right,
buddy. You ready to move on to this coin flip?
I'm so excited. Zach, why don't you tell everybody what we're doing here, bud?
So, we're getting to the end of the football season, and sports get spare after that. We have an NHL and NBA still, but we wanted to get our heads into the Premier League as well. Charles, previously a Tottenham Spurs fan, I kind of brought up the idea of I want to find a new Premier League team and had an idea to do a bracket tournament of something that different every round that decides which team moves on, and whoever wins that tournament will be the team that I support for at least the next year to finish this season.
Hey, I'm 100% with you too, dude. I'm ready
Charles
to
is
move
going to
on.
join along. He doesn't want to support Tottenham anymore. It's too boring for him.
I just want to enjoy. Look, whoever we get, we could end up with Tottenham, okay? But I'm going to just enjoy cheering for a team with you like you are cheering for the Celtics with me, buddy.
So I have the bracket up on my screen. I can screenshot and send it to you so you can put up the picture on the podcast.
Yes, sir.
But we're going to go through this first round and we're going to do heads or tails. It's 50-50 for every team in this round. It's going to decide how we get it. The only teams that need to do an extra coin flip are Newcastle and Man City, who are pretty much playing in a play-in game to face Tottenham.
Yeah. Are you just recording this on your...
I am, yeah.
Perfect. We could just put the video in.
Well, I can hold up the phone for a coin flip.
Oh, well, of course.
So the first team that I say every time will be heads, and the second team will be tails.
I like this.
So the first one for the Newcastle-Man City play-in. Newcastle is head, Man City is tails. Charles, who do you want here?
I don't know, man. I'm just excited. I kind of want Newcastle, but I want to see a team that's not already on top.
It's really blurry, but you can tell, right?
Oh, let's go!
It's Newcastle.
Okay, still got to verse Tottenham, but it's okay.
Yeah, we'll do that last.
Yep.
All right, so moving to the next round, we got Chelsea going versus Brentford.
Oh, okay.
You want a heads or a tails here?
I'm kind of okay with either one of these, to be honest. I think I'd prefer Brentford. I like the underdog. Oh, I'm calling it. Oh, God. Okay. Chelsea, gone.
All right, we got the Wolves versus West Ham.
This is the tough one.
Wolves will be head. West Ham will be tails.
I'm thinking West Ham's going to win this one out. What
West Ham wins.
What is happening? Okay. I'm starting to get good at the corn flip finally.
Next, Crystal Palace versus Nottingham Forest. I know you want Nottingham Forest.
I want
here.
Nottingham. Come on, Nottingham. Come on, Nottingham. Yeah!
Nottingham Forest.
Yes. Oh, I'm excited.
All right, we got bottom of the table Luton Town versus Aston Villa here.
I don't care.
Luton Town
Either
heads,
one.
Aston Villa tails.
Either one is okay with me. Okay,
Luton Town.
we got the heads. All
the
right.
dogs.
All righty.
We're getting a lot of underdogs.
Dude,
here.
I know.
All right, next we got heads is Liverpool, tails is Fulham.
I mean, okay, we're getting dogs
Fulham.
the entire time,
we're
I guess,
getting
dude.
dogs.
Woo, okay.
All right, here we go. Another monster mashup. We got Bournemouth going against Arsenal.
Oh shit. We got to get
Arsenal.
Okay. All right.
All right, this one's the one that Net cares about. We got Man United as heads versus Brighton tails.
Come on, Brighton. Yes! Thank God I didn't have to be a Man United fan. Oh, I was worried about
All
that
right,
one.
this is the last matchup of this round. Tottenham heads, Newcastle tails.
I kind of want Tottenham to get taken out so I don't even have to think about it the rest of the way. But let's see. All right. Of course.
Tottenham.
Of course. Okay. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. Dude, I swear to God.
We'll do the next round of the bracket next week. We're down to 8 teams, though.
Mm.
You want to hear the matchups?
Yeah, throw down the matchups, buddy. What do we got?
Tottenham going against 8 seed Brentford. We got West Ham versus Nottingham Forest.
Come on, Nottingham.
Luton Town versus Fulham.
Okay.
And Arsenal versus Brighton.
We got some good matchups, man. It's a lot of underdogs, a lot of low in the tables.
There's
So
still
we got
2 monsters up there.
I know, but
Tottenham and Arsenal.
slim. It's slim. I like that. All right. We're into it. All right, Zach. Well, Super Bowl preview?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's round this thing out.
Let's finally get to it. The reason we watch football for this game. And for our team to make it to that game once again. Happy days, buddy. You know, I was popping champagne last episode, 2 episodes ago, a few episodes ago. And you know what? I was getting a lot of hate from Zach.
For celebrating too early, yes. You're still a jackass for that. You can say whatever you want.
Look, you could say it's ignorance. You could say it's cockiness. It was confidence, okay? I believed.
Just like he was the whole rest of the season.
All season. You heard me. You heard me all season. Every game. Every week.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 49ers Chiefs. 49ers are is this still -2?
It is still
-2. Last time I checked, yeah. -2, over under. I saw 47.5. What's it at right now? Is it still there?
It is still 47.5.
47.5. This Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. Before we get into our picks, Zach, what do you think is the most important matchup, and who do you think are the most important players?
It's tough. I think the most important matchup is, Chiefs offensive run game versus the 49ers defensive run stopper. Because, run to Chase Young's side, you're going to have a good chance to get yards. But, really, that's the only, outlier. If the 49ers are able to stop Pacheco and, they got a good secondary. So they could win the game just by stopping the run, honestly.
Yeah.
But if Pacheco gets going, I don't see any way that the Chiefs lose.
Man, who would have thought would say if a team stops the Chiefs' run game, there's no way that team can win, or who would have thought that would be
just the fact that we're not saying if Mahomes can outscore the other offense.
Yeah.
Because that's obviously not the case either.
Actually, yeah, it's kind of a beautiful thing. What about players, dude? Who do you think is the most important players of the game?
Sheesh.
It doesn't have to be for each team, but if
defensively
you got one
for the
team,
Chiefs, it's the whole linebacking core.
Okay, I agree.
Offensively, it's just Pacheco. He can literally carry that offense this week.
Yeah.
49ers offensively, it obviously has to be Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
Because if they find a way to slow Christian McCaffrey down even to half of his production, he's going to have to find a way to let that ball loose and clutch up the game for his team. Defensively for the 49ers, I guess it has to be Chase Young. He's the weak side in that run game, and if he wants to help that defense, he's got to stop Pacheco.
Yeah. Yeah, man. We're pretty much on the same page. I think I went the opposite route. I said Chiefs run stopping against 49ers because I think their pass defense is just too damn good. But really, most important players for me on each team. Defense, I agree. There's linebackers for the Chiefs have to be perfect. They have to be perfect. And for offense, yeah, it's Pacheco. If Pacheco and that line start to dominate the game, I think it's going to be a walk in the park for the Chiefs because they're going to get that play action eventually, and then you're going to see wide open Kelsey's in the middle of the field and stuff. It's just those linebackers are going to start biting. But yeah, on the other side, I agree 100%. Brock Purdy is the factor that is the most important part of that San Francisco offense for the same reason. If you slow down CMC just enough, if he gets one touchdown, and you slow him down just enough, Brock Purdy's going to have to be the reason that the 49ers win against that defense, this really, really good defense. And then my defensive player for the 49ers is their linebackers, really. I think their D-line, obviously, and Chase Young especially, is going to have to be really, really great. But if those linebackers can play really hard and at least slow Pacheco down and somehow slow Kelsey down, it's going to be a tough game for the Chiefs to win. So, yeah, man, I'm on the same page as you for the most part. So, I'm excited. Ready for the picks?
Yeah, I kind of want to talk about, just from a gambling perspective.
Go ahead, dude.
Why picking? I mean, obviously, I'm on the Chiefs with my future ticket. I faded the Ravens last week so that I could win money with that future. And now I'm in a position to still win 20 units. And the only reason I'm scared shitless is because the Chiefs are +2 and have 80% of the money and 70% of the spread bets too. And the line hasn't moved at all from that point. So, like, that just, as a gambler, sounds an alarm to bet the other team.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I have to ride with the Chiefs. My future's on them. The only thing I will say is I absolutely love under 47.5 because chances are this is a more defensive game than offensive game.
Yeah. I know it's tough on you right now. And from a gambler's mindset, it completely makes sense what you're saying. I agree. Me personally, obviously, I'm going to go with the heart. I'm going to go with the hometown team. I'm going to go with the team that I think who's been there before and done it before, who should win the game, who I don't know why they're underdogs. I'm going to go with the Chiefs, but I agree, man. It's a trippy thing to look at and see everybody going for the Chiefs and for the line to still stay at -2 in favor of the 49ers.
It just tells me the only people that think the Chiefs are actually the underdogs is the sportsbook. Because even people in the media right now are like, they just expect Patrick Mahomes to win this game.
It feels like every single person is like, yeah, 49ers, they have like a better team. They have better stars.
No, I mean, they've been favorited since before the first snap of the season.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like that. And then every single person ends their thing with, but they don't have Patrick Mahomes. But Patrick Mahomes on the other side. The 49ers have to go against Mahomes. Mahomes makes a difference. And, obviously I think Mahomes is like a major factor in it. He's just so hard to gauge as a defense, and really as a fan. Sometimes it feels like this year we don't know when the hell he's gonna just go crazy or not. And he just has this tendency to just put everything on the line whenever he has to, and he just doesn't care, and it works. So like there's like the factor that it seems like every single person in the media is like, yeah, 49ers, they really are like, they're the better team. For the most part, they have the better players, they have the bigger stars, but like quarterback is what everybody seems to keep going back to, and I think Brock Purdy's great. I think having the experience on the Chiefs side is going to be a major difference in this game. And I know there's a lot of those 49ers players, maybe not, it's probably like at least 6 or 7 of them that were in the Super Bowl when they played the Chiefs. But like, I don't know, man. It seems like I was listening to Marino earlier, and he was talking about how the Super Bowl and having that experience is just a different advantage. Having the experience in anything is just such a different advantage that people don't even realize how important it is. It feels like in sports. And when you have a guy who's going to his 4th one as a quarterback and he's really never seen anything less than big games, and he always seems to play well in big games, I don't know, man. It is weird that the sports books still see him as underdogs. I agree.
Honestly, everyone talks about how the quarterback's going to be the difference in this game, but I really just think it's whichever defense comes out to play harder. Whichever game plan is better on the defensive side of the ball is what's going to win this game.
Yeah. I'm taking the under, though, for sure. I agree with you. For that reason.
And I could be an absolute idiot and the game could go over, but I'd rather bet the under and the game go over than bet the over and the game go under.
Yeah, at least I could feel good if I bet the under and the game goes over that I'm watching a damn good game.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Or an exciting game, for that matter. Hopefully. As long as it's not one-sided.
Yeah.
Fucking Bucks, Chiefs, but whatever. Yeah, that's all I got, dude. I know your heart's for the Chiefs, buddy. Mine too.
Need it. So is my sports book.
Yeah, we're excited, man. It'd be sweet to have 4 total rings, and just to be able to see 3 of them is kind of just to see us get this far again. I'm just thankful, for real. I know sports. I try not to make it like this massive part of my life, but it is an awesome part of your life when you get to see your team experience this and be a part of the city that gets to see it, and you just like see your city improve, which is a great part of it too. And it's a ton of money. It's a ton of fun. You see a lot of fans and people that just enjoy it. I mean, like 5-6 years ago, Serena never even watched football, and now she's like the biggest fanatic of football. So seeing my wife just become this absolute lover of football because of how the Chiefs have been, and it's cool, man. It's great to see, and now we got a whole bunch of Swifties on our side. I know people are gonna hate it, but like the game grows, man, and it's awesome that we just get to experience this again, and super grateful. Got to throw it out there because I feel like eventually we're going to start taking these for granted, or maybe I have at some point, you know, and I don't want to do that. I want to just live in this moment and accept this moment and be happy for this moment. I don't want to be like the Patriots and be like, oh yeah, you know, it's all it has to be. It's Super Bowl or bust, but at the same time, it's when it's over, you're just like sitting there remembering everything. It's like, no, I want to enjoy what we got now, see how it goes, and just embrace it, man. Yeah? I know you want to see the Cowboys win. Sorry.
I mean, I'll never see that.
Yeah, you will. What are you talking about?
Hey, I'm just being realistic.
Whatever, man. It's Cowboys Chiefs next year.
I mean, every team's had well, not every team, but those teams that had that dynasty, they've had that dynasty, but they haven't had two dynasties. So
true.
I think I just missed out on my dynasty, but.
Well, no, that means you guys are going to be the first.
All right, boys. Make sure you check out all the fun bets, but do it responsibly. Super Bowl is one of the best games to bet on. Keep track of them all. Just the most absurd shit. So
new bets every day, baby. It's a good time.
Have a blast. We like first touchdown score and jersey number under 24.5. So make sure you hit that one.
And if you want to hit like, you know, a just in case on that, put Kelsey as the first touchdown scorer also, so you get a little bit of both sides. But yeah, that's all we got. Thank you guys for chilling with us and hanging out with us this season. As always, thank you, Zach. You're the best, buddy. Love you. Happy to watch the Super Bowl. Sad it's happening, but happy to watch it, man.
We got an exciting offseason ahead of us. Enjoy that last football game. Take care. Stay safe. Deuces. Bye. Love you.